I'm Matthew Millen, a documentary filmmaker. Recently, I returned from Libya, where I was covering the historic revolution that now appears to be coming to a close. First of all, I would like to extend a heartfelt thanks to everybody who contributed on the project to get me there. Without you guys, this project would have never taken off at all. Since returning, we have been working to complete a short documentary about the first 4 days of the revolution, entitled We Win or We Die. This film will be submitted into various film festivals and taken back to Libya for a film tour, culminating in a screening in liberated Tripoli. We Win or We Die is a classic David versus Goliath story, where the Goliath is represented by the great fortress that dominates the city of Benghazi, the Katiba. The Katiba was a living hell for the residents of Benghazi. It was a place of terror. It was a place that if you entered, you may never leave. Amidst the uprisings in Tunisia and Egypt, the people of Libya came out en masse on February 17th of this year to protest Gaddafi's tyrannical regime. They demanded reforms, they demanded social justice, and in response, they got brutal force. For 3 days, the protesters besieged the Katiba. Each day, as more protesters fell, more would join, and this escalated into full-scale revolution. From his balcony, Mehdi Zou, a 49-year-old oil administrator with 2 daughters, watched in horror as protesters fell at the gates of the Katiba. For 3 days, he watched this stalemate unfold as the heavy guns took their toll. Then, on February 20th, he made a decision that would help to change the course of events throughout the whole of Libya. In the afternoon, he left his apartment, filled his car with gas cylinders, and rammed the anti-aircraft gun outside the gate of the Katiba. The resulting explosion caused a breach in the gate, and protesters were able to pour through, thus bringing down the walls of the Katiba and liberating Benghazi. Back in February, when I heard this story, I was amazed for 2 reasons. One of them, I thought about what threshold would cause me to do something like that. What would cause me to lay down my life for a bigger cause than myself? I believe that most of us have that threshold in us. It just takes a series of events to get us there. The second reason I found even more compelling was how we generally view suicide bombers in the West. We think of them as the boogeymen. We think of it as acts of utter terror. But this is the reverse. This is in complete contradistinction to that, where Mehdi Zou's action saved thousands of lives, yet it was a suicide bombing. And keep in mind that Mehdi Zou was not an extremist. He was a regular guy with a good paycheck. He had 2 lovely daughters, a great family, yet he was willing to sever all those relationships for something greater than himself, for something greater than his family. This is what really fascinated me, that you have a protagonist that's a suicide bomber. I believe the story is not just for the Libyan people, but for the whole world, because it demonstrates the actions of one person can make a difference. Mehdi Zou breached the walls of injustice and helped liberate a city, and I think that potential is within all of us. The film is nearly complete, but in order to finish it, we need your help. We need funds to finish the animations, to score the soundtrack, and to get back to Libya for the screening tour, which we will cover for all of you. Contributors will receive a variety of rewards, such as a password-protected link to the documentary We Win or We Die, a Q&A podcast with the stars of the film, Blu-ray DVD, or even a producer credit. If you cannot contribute, please like our fan page. Please tell everyone you know about this amazing project and help us get it out to the world.